Hey, what's going on, guys? Tim here again, going back to my roots with another knife video. Haven't had a knife video in a little while, but anyways, got some great products to share with you and review today. So what you're looking at is my Paramilitary 2, and as you can tell, for those of you who are experienced with Paramilitary, you know that they come standard with G10 scales, but what we've got on here are some titanium scales by a company you can see right here, Flytanium. So I purchased these Flytanium scales, what was this? So I think it's about a month ago. Yeah, I really enjoyed the product. You know, I bought the titanium scales, as well as you can see here, this really cool titanium backspacer. Because normally there's just a, standoff here, a standoff and the lanyard tube. But I've got the titanium backspacer as well as the titanium scales and for me, I love titanium handled knives. So tried these out, loved them. Then I got in contact with Jacob, the owner and operator of Flytanium, and I reached out to him asking him, hey, I really love your product. Would you be interested in sending me some of your other products for testing and review? And he very graciously accepted my offer. So here we are today. So what I've also got off camera, and I'll show you here, are these really nice carbon fiber scales. I'm using autofocus today, so I apologize if we drift in and out of focus, but I'll do my best. So I've got these carbon fiber scales to show you what they look like. They are milled out, of course, because the Paracord 2 has nested liners. So these are really nice. They've got a really nice smooth matte finish on them. So that's nice. And also, he also sent me the titanium lanyard tube. So it's got a nice satin finish on it. I haven't installed this yet, obviously, but see a titanium lanyard tube. You can also get these anodized with different colors. I think there's like blue and purple and some other colors. But I will put links to all this to the website down below in the description box. Anyways, that being said, let's talk about the titanium scales first. So these are excellent. I apologize for the fingerprints, by the way. It's just the way the light is, and haven't been carrying and using this. These have a very nice stone wash on them, okay, as well as the backspacer. And most importantly, the fit and finish is perfect. It's 100% perfect. As you can see by the way it lines up here, with the nested liners, everything lines up perfectly. Okay, there's the lanyard tube as well. Fits perfectly. And the backspacer, of course, fits with these scales, of course. Overall, really, really nice. If you're a fan of titanium handled knives and you like to, try something different on your Paracord 2, these titanium scales are really, really nice. You can't really, I think as of right now, there's only a couple companies doing these right now, and Flytanium is one of them. They are machined in China, but they are precision machined, to say the least, because like I said, the fit and finish is perfect. And because they are outsourced, you will get these at a better price. They're not too expensive. All right, so that's this one. Overall, having the Paracord 2 with titanium scales, it's very nice. And however, what I wasn't really ready for was the heft that it adds to it. Now, the titanium ones add a little bit of heft. I think it brings it up to, the measurements are on the site, but maybe up to, like, don't quote me on this, but maybe 6 ounces or so. So it does add heft to your knife. The Paracord 2 is normally a very lightweight knife because the G10 scales are very light, and having the titanium on it does change the feel of the knife. These scales are also available in brass and copper on the Flytanium website, and those add even more heft. So if you really want a heavier option for your Paracord 2, you can try out the copper or the brass. I believe the brass are the heaviest. But the titanium is a bit lighter, and it does really make this feel like a lot more of a solid feeling knife. So I really do like the titanium scales, but what we're going to do now is check out the carbon fiber scales. Okay, so I'm going to have to take these off and put these on to try out, because I do kind of miss the lightweight feel of the Para 2. I love titanium handled knives. A lot of my knives are titanium frame locks, so I'm no stranger to, you know, heftier knife. But I guess just for me, because I was carrying the Para 2 with the G10 scales for a while, I do miss the lightweight feel. But we can probably get that back with these carbon fiber scales. These are of course much lighter. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to take this apart and put it back together with the carbon fiber scales. Not going to do that on camera just because there's so many videos on YouTube already about taking apart the Para 2 and changing the scales and whatnot. Also, Para 2s are very finicky when taken apart, so I kind of need my full concentration for that. If you've never taken a knife apart before, I don't suggest you start with the Para 2, because they're just notoriously, like I mentioned, finicky to take apart, get back together, and get everything fitted back properly and the knife operating smoothly. It's mainly because of Spyderco's policy on their knives. They, oh yeah, be advised, if you do take apart any of your Spyderco knives, you are voiding the warranty. So be wary of that. And what was I going to say? Yeah, the Para 2. It's because they use red Loctite in a lot of the this body screws here, because they don't want you to take it apart. But I don't know, why not just give us that option? Just use the blue Loctite, and if we want to avoid the warranty, just let us do it. Because when you put the red Loctite, it makes it very difficult, and you can really risk stripping your screws if you're not careful. So one tip I will give you, if you're going to do this yourself, make sure you have like a hair dryer or heat gun or something like that to take to the screws first to weaken the Loctite. Mine came out kind of okay. I did risk almost strip some of the screws. And this the stop pin screw, that was almost like cemented in there with the red Loctite. I actually had to take my jet lighter to the stop pin screw and heat it up for like a good 10 seconds before I could even budge the screw. So just be wary of that. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna do that now. So through the magic of editing, and voila, we are done. So I got the carbon fiber scales on. Still took a decent amount of time. I don't know, even with taking it apart a couple times, sometimes the screws on this knife, they just don't always cooperate. You know, you gotta grab the standoff with the pliers, and you gotta do all this crazy stuff. Anyways, so what can I say about the carbon fiber scales? They are excellent, just like the titanium scales. As I mentioned, the texture is a nice matte finish texture. And even though it is smooth, it's not like slippery or too slick. And what I like about the smoother finish on both the carbon fiber and titanium is that the G10, while good and grippy, the carbon fiber is smoother, right? So it doesn't chew up your pants pocket when you take the knife in and out of your pockets. I'm sure of a lot of you guys who carry knives know that your pants, the seam of your pants pocket tends to get messed up. And this will kind of remedy that and kind of lessen the damage, right? And another thing I want to talk about is the lanyard tube. So because I have the titanium backspacer, it does cover that titanium lanyard tube. You might think, well, what's the point? I will say that this lanyard tube is much better than the stock one, because if you look on the stock one, you'll see that I'll get some focus here. You'll see that the edges of the lanyard tube they're kind of flared out. See, there's a little lip there, and Spyderco does that because it makes the lanyard tube press fit into the hole here, and it kind of keeps everything secure, which is great, but it makes taking apart the knife, you know, pain in the butt, because you have to really wrestle with it to get the lanyard tube off the scale. With this one, it's fit just perfectly so that there's enough fit there and tension, or kind of tight tolerance there to keep everything in place, but it's not impossible to take the scale on and off. So I really like that. I think that's great. Okay, and of course, you can always get the lanyard tube in different options, anodized different colors, so that there could be a little accent of color there. All right. So yeah, what can I say? I'm not sure what else I can say, but these scales are great. Their machining is very precise. Everything is tapped perfectly. The screws are all flush with the the body screws, pivot screw, everything. And I don't know, it's great. I can't say any more than that, and I do recommend it if you guys are looking to change your scales up on your Paramilitary 2. Now, in terms of which one is better, man, that's really up to you. For me, I really love titanium handled knives, and my collection is primarily titanium frame locks. So I do love the titanium scales, but man, having this lightweight carbon fiber on here again, I think I like the carbon fiber more. It's I missed the lightweight feel of the Para 2 when I had the titanium scales on. So that's more of a preference thing. But I think you guys will enjoy both, or whichever you choose. And you could even go with the heftier options like the copper or the brass. But in the end, yeah, these scales are great. They're very high quality, and I do recommend them. Gets a personal thumbs up from me. And yeah, you guys can check out all the links down below on the products, and check it out for yourself. Let me know what you think. And that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this review of the Flytanium carbon fiber and titanium scales. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And remember, these products will all be linked down below. I'll link you directly to the Flytanium website. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.